You want to know what I learned this week? There are rooms on this earth that are so silent, you can hear your own lungs expanding. So, what they do is they cover all of the walls and the floor in these foot-tall foam pyramids made of ferrite. It's like a ceramic material, but made of iron, but it's also a foam. I don't know how they do that. At the end of the day, these pyramids are so absorbent that they not only absorb sound waves, but also radio waves. It absorbs electromagnetic radiation. Is that why they make radiation shields out of ceramic? I think it just clicked for me. Imagine you're in a room entirely made of mirrors, and you're trying to look at yourself. There's countless reflections, right? Because all of the mirrors are reflecting off of each other. That's what sound is like in a normal room. The sound waves are bouncing off the walls into each other, vibrating the air particles to create constant reflections of itself. It's how we get certain ambiences and how we replicate certain reverbs. These rooms are as if you painted over all of those mirrors with the flattest black paint you could find. The room is completely dark. No reflections and no light. The only thing the sound wave has to bounce off of is the air itself. It gets so quiet to the point where the room reads as -9 decibels. Right? I didn't even know that was possible. That's why they use these rooms to test things like radio antenna and headphones and speakers. Because it's the only way to get a truly accurate, clean sound without reverberations getting in the way and messing up the readings. Apparently, a bunch of wacky stuff also happens to your body when you stay in there too. Like what? Well, what happens first is your brain eventually adjusts to the lower levels of stimuli. So you begin hearing things you otherwise naturally tune out on the day-to-day. So you'll start to hear stuff like your heartbeat, your stomach digesting, or your lungs expanding as you breathe. The things you really have no business hearing because, ew. After an hour, you won't be able to walk straight because your balance is heavily reliant on your inner ear. So you would have to sit down or else you would just fall over. Oh, you didn't know that? Yeah, so basically, how your body balances is based on fluid-filled organs in your ear. Depending on what position your head is in, the fluid moves around and causes the organs to expand. When they expand, it then moves the sensory hairs that are on the outside, which then send signals to your brain as to what position you're in. It's why you know when you're upright even in the dark. Once these organs begin to deteriorate, or one of them fails, you get vertigo. So what happens in a room this quiet is your inner ear, which is so used to the constant stimuli. The lack of vibrations confuses it, and you can't gain your balance.